to a dead silence once more. The only sound was my own unhurried footsteps. I calmly called out Zhao Wuji's name. On the high platform, Zhao Wuji was already petrified with fear. The power of natural law that erupted in that instant made him, a spirit transformation cultivator, tremble from the very depths of his soul. It was the crushing pressure of a higher dimension. Zhao Wuji's voice trembled. "Senior, who in the world are you?" I stopped in my tracks. I slowly raised my hand and gently removed my mask. "You don't recognize me? 300 years ago, when this heavenly Dao sect was still nothing but a few dilapidated huts, I seem to recall you were just that. Errand boy responsible for emptying the chamber pots, right, little Zhao?" The words struck like a bolt of lightning, crashing down on top of Zhao Wuji's head. That form of address, that tone of voice, and that face. An image from the depths of his memory suddenly sharpened. The one who always carried a broken iron sword on his back. Who did nothing but cultivate all day long. The one who, according to legend, had already died. In his seclusion cave, Lin Yu, Zhao Wuji let out a piercing scream. His entire body collapsed onto the throne. Grand Ancestor. In the crowd, several of the most ancient Grand Elders finally recognized that face as well. They were all scared witless, scrambling and tumbling from their seats. Kneeling on the ground, they began to kowtow frantically. The old ancestor is out of seclusion. Heavens, it's really him, the god of slaughter. Fear spread like a plague, instantly sweeping through the entire audience. I looked at the collapsed form of Zhao Wuji. Then I glanced at the deathly pale Lu Rian. Finally, my gaze landed on the one who was already scared senseless, but was still desperately clutching the jade pendant at his waist, Sha Tian. It seems some of you still remember me. And since you remember, this will be much simpler. I walked toward Lu Rian, one step at a time. "Today is your grand birthday celebration. My brother, Sha Mo, couldn't be here to wish you a happy birthday, but I brought him with me, sister-in-law. How do you like this gift? Lin Yu, you monster." That useless Sha Mo is already dead. He's been dead for 50 years. Why would you bring a dead man's bones here? I raised a single finger to my lips. Shush, old Mo likes peace and quiet. It's too noisy where he is now. I want him to be able to hear the sound of your screams. You're wearing something I don't like. Sha Tian's feet lifted off the ground. He kicked frantically, his hands clawing desperately at my large hand, which was clamped like an iron vise, trying to pry it open. But the hand didn't budge in the slightest. As the young master of the heavenly Dao sect, Sha Tian was used to being the center of everyone's world. At such a young age, he had been stuffed with elixirs to reach the early golden core stage. But before me, he was less than an ant. Sha Tian forced a choked cry for help from his throat. "Father. Mother. Save me." Lu Rian let out a blood-curdling scream. "Stop, Lin Yu. How dare you harm my son?" She tried to rush over, but found herself already frozen in place by an invisible aura. She could only watch helplessly as her own son was held in midair like a chick waiting to be slaughtered. Beside them, Zhao Wuji's face was ashen. He could move, but he didn't dare. Right now, saving anyone wasn't on his mind at all. He was only thinking about how to escape. I paid no attention to the noise next to me. My eyes were fixed on the jade pendant at Sha Tian's waist, which swayed as he struggled. It was a top-grade warm jade, and its entire body exuded a faint life force. I remember it clearly. It was 300 years ago. He had just transmigrated, and it was the dead of winter. So that I wouldn't be distracted at the crucial point of my foundation establishment, Sha Mo secretly went behind my back to a demonic cultivator and served as a human guinea pig for 3 months, surviving near-death experiences from testing potions just to get this piece of warm jade that could nourish one's meridians. When he gave it to me, Sha Mo's hands were covered in frostbite, and he said with a silly grin, This thing is great. If you wear it, you won't have to worry about suffering a cultivation deviation. You're a genius. You deserve the best." Later, before I went into seclusion, I specifically left this jade pendant for Sha Mo to help suppress the old injuries in his body. But now, it's hanging from this degenerate son's waist. A mere status symbol. I said softly, "You are not worthy." With a single thought, the silk cord holding the jade pendant snapped on its own. The pendant slowly flew up and hovered in front of me. Then, a gentle spiritual energy enveloped the pendant, washing over it again and again, scouring away Sha Tian's aura as if cleansing some kind of vile filth. Feeling his connection to the pendant being forcibly severed, Sha Tian, oblivious to his impending doom, roared, "That's my life-bound jade pendant, you old bastard. My father left it for me." I laughed. "You, worthy? You call Zhao Wuji father with every breath, yet you wear Sha Mo's relic. When you and that mother of yours poisoned your own biological father. Did you ever think that he was your dad? When you spat on his corpse and threw him into a mass grave to be fed to dogs, did you ever think that he was your dad? Every single word was like a heavy hammer, slamming hard into the hearts of the crowd. Although everyone had their suspicions, no one had imagined that the truth from back then would be so sordid, that this mother and son had actually committed such an inhuman act of killing her husband and his father. Sha Tian's eyes flickered, but still unrepentant, he shouted, "You're lying." He suffered a cultivation deviation on his